I possess everything I want and desire in my life? If the answer is no for you, I can assure you that you might be missing the signals the universe is sending your way. The universe is abundant and wishes all beings on this planet to live to the fullest. To draw all the positive things into your life, the first thing you must do is let go and be receptive to whatever life brings your way. Some things you will embrace, and others you will decline, but you must be open to life in order to receive them and then decide what to do with them. If you start rejecting things before they happen, you are shutting yourself off from life. You don't truly know what's best for you until you experience it in the present. Therefore, by going through experiences, you can then determine if they align with you or not, and then you either accept or release them. If you broaden your perspective and learn to perceive things as they truly are, I can guarantee you that your life will begin to fill with contentment and abundance. Real happiness is found in inner peace. It's not about accumulating a vast array of experiences. It's about being content and gratified with oneself and with reality. If something beautiful enters your life thereafter, you will relish it on its own terms. If not, you won't be enslaved by it. Genuine happiness is being at peace in the present moment. Dwelling in the past transforms it into a prison. The issue arises when you grow accustomed to residing in your cell, identifying yourself with that confinement, and resisting leaving it. Many people request to remain victims a bit longer and are reluctant to relinquish that role because they have become identified with past events. Another significant hindrance to happiness and abundance is fixating on the future incessantly. The future is the present moment of tomorrow, and the mind engages in the role of a fortune teller, attempting to predict events to manufacture a false sense of security. The only certainty is that you are here right now, in this very moment, and you possess the requisite resources to address whatever is transpiring at this very moment. When you spend your day oscillating between the past and the future, you plunge into a perpetual dissatisfaction with your present. You are persistently clutching onto problems in your mind, and they become weightier and weightier. When something becomes too burdensome, you stop holding onto it and place it on a table or the ground. The same occurs with your thoughts. When something no longer serves you and you grasp it in your mind, it becomes heavier until you choose to release it and stop clinging to it. You release it because it has nothing more to teach you. Griping and critiquing what we ourselves do in the world is another factor that deteriorates our well-being. You must relinquish the habit of grumbling and criticizing everything around you. Cease complaining about the weather, family members, neighbors, or anything that doesn't align with your system of beliefs. You may have ample reasons to validate your complaint, but let me tell you, people are like immovable mountains, and your complaints won't alter them. Imagine if others wished to do the same to you and to others. If everyone attempted to change everyone else, no one would live their own life. When you don't lead your own life, discontentment and inner voids arise, and that distances you from abundance. Complaining about others is akin to imploring fire not to burn or water not to be wet. It will consistently fill you with discontent because you are striving to alter something that you can't. Instead, endeavor to perceive the reality of what you are witnessing. Bear in mind that not all individuals possess the same level of consciousness or spiritual advancement. When you grasp this, you'll recognize that each person and situation has its own essence, just as fire has the essence of burning and water has the essence of wetting. There are individuals and situations whose essence is to vex or pose challenges, just as you employ fire for cooking or warmth. You can discover in these people or situations an opportunity for self-improvement. It can serve as a learning experience or lead to unexpected changes. Being content and happy doesn't mean you have the most pleasures, but rather that you have the least attachment to the idea that reality should be different. True wealth lies not in having the most, but in needing the least. The great mystics of the last century used to advise, observe, be honest, and discern what benefits you and what doesn't. All unhappiness and suffering stem from self-centered focus, while true happiness arises from caring for others. This is where gratitude plays a crucial role. When you genuinely wish the best for others and shift the focus away from yourself, you are practicing gratitude, which brings you closer to abundance and contentment. When you give something to a loved one, you receive more than the person receiving the gift. Giving brings joy and attracts more of what you give. If you seek love, give love. If you desire smiles, share smiles. If you aim for financial well-being, be generous and assist those in need. Cease worrying about everything. If something can be changed, it will change. If it cannot be changed, you won't alter it. This is where you realize that worry is unnecessary. It has no place in the present. If it were part of the present, you wouldn't be resolving or accepting everything in your life. Whatever you do in life, do it with determination but without expectations. Expectations tie you to a specific outcome, limiting your experience. When you release expectations, you open yourself to the experience, and that experience will illuminate the path ahead. Those who know how to find contentment live in freedom, while those who wish reality were different are the ones confined in their own prison. Some individuals are surrounded by luxury and comfort yet still feel trapped in their suffering. They fail to grasp that life isn't about the circumstances or events, but about their attitude towards them. Things are the way they are for a reason, and not accepting that fact leads to discontent. Release your fears, biases, tragedies, ambitions, and whims. I assure you that everything you desire, if not already on its way, will start flowing towards you effortlessly and swiftly. Always be grateful for what you are experiencing, what you have experienced, and what is yet to come. Gratitude is the shortest route to a life filled with abundance, fulfillment, and happiness. The universe requires a strong commitment from you, meaning taking responsibility for your thoughts and actions. This becomes your way of feeling and living, establishing a connection with the universe, which then begins processing your order. The good news is that the universe sends you messages consistently, confirming the path you should take to realize your desires and cautioning you against certain routes. Pay keen attention to the signs presented to you. They will guide your way. If you are perceptive enough to notice them, the signals the universe sends are unique and tailored specifically to each individual. Remember, the universe communicates through feelings, and that's how it conveys these signs to you. The same sign may be sent by the universe to two different people, and each person might derive a completely different message from it. Since the universe speaks through feelings, the sign you receive will elicit a specific emotion in you. The universe will never send the same sign to two different people with the same meaning, as each person interprets the sign differently based on their feelings. Some signs may recur frequently or seem to follow you over time, like repeatedly seeing the same type of numbers. Many people may misinterpret these occurrences as signs of either good or bad luck, or even as indications of winning the lottery. However, nothing holds more power than what you feel. If you strongly believe something will happen, I can assure you it will. The same principle applies to feeling that you can't achieve something. This is how the universe operates and responds to your requests. The universe doesn't possess the truth about anything. You hold that truth. The universe is merely here to serve you. Without the right requests, it's impossible for it to send you the right signals. We could assert that the universe doesn't think, it simply obeys. Thus, the initial step is aligning yourself with your true essence. You should think, feel, and act in harmony. Many individuals fail to act in accordance with their feelings or voice their true thoughts. They don't align their thoughts with their genuine emotions. Until your thoughts, feelings, and actions are in sync, the universe won't be able to send you any signals. Signals only manifest when you are attuned to your core, genuinely thinking, feeling, and behaving in accordance with your soul's yearnings. Some people are more attuned and consistently perceive signals, while others may claim they never receive any. Interpreting signals accurately is akin to following a treasure map leading to the realization of your objective. There are no inherently good or bad signals. They are akin to directions on a map, indicating the way forward. You just need to follow them, and as you comprehend, the correct way to interpret them is how they make you feel in that moment. The universe won't compel you to make the right decision. It merely provides guidance through signals about what you should do based on your requests. You must cultivate the ability and sensitivity to interpret them. Reflect on what transpired when you made a decision that contradicted what you truly felt in that moment. I can assure you that if that decision was made out of fear and not in line with your genuine feelings, the outcome likely didn't unfold as expected. Conversely, recall a decision you made that aligned with your feelings at that moment and was made without pretense. I am confident it filled you with peace and set you on the path toward your intended achievement. The pivotal lesson here is that every time you perceive a signal, focus on how it resonates with you and what thoughts accompanied it at that moment. This is the crux. If you attend to the signals and master their interpretation, they will increasingly manifest in your life, unfailingly guiding you toward your goals. Presently, humanity has undergone considerable change, and some subscribe to the notion of certain individuals having bad luck while others enjoy good fortune. If these individuals understood that what they perceive as good or bad luck is simply a reflection of their thoughts and beliefs, they would have the chance to manifest the life they envision, devoid of the belief in luck. Those who hold fast to notions of good or bad luck are individuals who evade full accountability and don't wholly commit to their aims and aspirations. This stance always furnishes them with an excuse to rationalize the outcomes. Conversely, those who grasp that every event has a cause and effect, and that it originates from within themselves, find it easier to realize their goals and desires. Anyone acquainted with the laws of the universe and adept at working in concert with them will never again invoke the notion of luck. Everything is interconnected by threads, and what you label as good or bad luck is essentially the course that these threads have taken you. It's also true that often, certain events transpire that may seem inexplicable at the time but are entirely indispensable for the attainment of your goals and desires. One of the tenets of universal laws stipulates, as above, so below, and as within, so without. This signifies that the world around you originates from within, and the universe will orchestrate the necessary situations and circumstances to mirror your inner self externally. In the Bible, the disciples asked Jesus why the miracles they asked for and wished for didn't occur. Jesus replied, "According to your faith, it will be done to you." If you have certainty and conviction about something, it will happen, and there won't be any room for chance. Your conviction, essentially your belief about something, will be what you experience in your life. One thing you must understand in this regard is that time doesn't exist for the universe. What we call the present, past, and future is merely an illusion of the mind to categorize events that always occur in the now. This concept may be challenging to grasp, but it's crucial to realize that when you are convinced of something and believe that it will happen, it has already occurred. You just place it in what you call the future. Once you understand that something belongs to you, even if you don't see it manifested, what you desire will undoubtedly come to pass. The problem is that many people try to think, for example, that they will have a better house or a nice car, but because they don't believe it, it cannot manifest. They may think they have it, but at the same time, they doubt how it could be possible when they don't currently have the money or the right job to achieve it. That's where their faith ends. They lack certainty, and as a result, their belief becomes it's not possible. These are the people who will then talk about good or bad luck. Words carry the meaning we give them. They have intention. What you name carries the energy you give it. Do you know why the Bible was written in the form of parables? It was to ensure that the message wouldn't be distorted over time as language undergoes modification and interpretation as it progresses. The intention was for it to be a message that endures and can be understood by everyone. However, many of the lessons have been taken literally and not understood as parables. A parable always contains a message and a learning. This is why it's essential for you to have a deep understanding of the two words I share with you. Those two words are I am. There are no magical words. It's not enough to say open sesame to open the door to your treasure. The key is to have a profound understanding of the words I am. When you say I am and do so with a consciousness of unity, you are decreeing that you are and have what you name. In English, the verbs to be and to have are the same. When you are, it's because you are being. It's a term of possession and manifestation. Every time you name yourself, saying I am, the universe, the field of information, God, or whatever you want to call it, makes itself available to reaffirm what you decree about yourself. Remember, according to the universal laws, as within, so without. If you say I am with conviction, what you decree will be reflected in your external world because it belongs to your internal part. The key to these words is the feeling. When you charge the words I am with feeling, you are conferring power and energy to them. This is what you send to the universe. At first, it may be challenging to connect emotion and feeling to the words I am. But as you continue to use them and get used to saying them, they will resonate within you, and what will happen is that they will gradually change the concept you have about your limiting part. Your old belief system will try to defend itself and tell you, you already know your history. Your mind will try to sabotage you to avoid changing your old beliefs. Those beliefs are not yours. They were introduced into your belief system by other people and situations you experienced, but they are not true. The only truth is that you are being governed by the laws of the universe, and you receive what you send to the field of information. Imagine what would happen if all the information about what you know and believe about yourself were erased from your mind today. You would have your entire memory or mental hard drive to start introducing the data you want about yourself. From this moment on, what if the data you introduce is like I am capable, I am intelligent, I am kind, I am loving, I am abundant? I can assure you that you would become an empowered being who would achieve everything they desire and set out to do. Realize that you are a victim of your beliefs, not of good or bad luck. I repeat, you are not your beliefs. They have been imposed one way or another, whether through family, society, or the misinterpretation of your experiences. Get used to saying I am. You will realize that you can be whatever you want to be. Until now, you haven't had or been what you'd like because you've been telling yourself until this moment that you don't have money, you don't have love, that you are a shy person, or anything else. Change your self-talk, and you will change your life. This has programmed your mind to make it happen for real. It's the self-fulfilling prophecy. When you say I am, you are programming your mind, and contradictory ideas cannot coexist in your mind or consciousness. That's why if you need to understand something that is not clear, you should go back in the video. Once you grasp this and practice I am, you will have overthrown your limiting beliefs, as if overthrowing an old rein. From that moment on, you will begin to receive things, situations, and experiences related to your desires. Remember, as within, so without. If you are not manifesting or having the life you want, it's only because you are the one preventing it from happening. I know these words may not be what you'd like to hear, but the sooner you realize and accept this, the sooner you can reverse the situation. As Neville Goddard said, life doesn't make mistakes, it simply gives you what you have felt previously. Indeed, the key lies in the feeling. You may think you are doing that step correctly, but are you absolutely sure? Let me explain what is really happening. Your imagination visualizes something you want and desire. If you want it and are ready to manifest it, you visualize it and see yourself in the present state, enjoying what you desire. This provokes an emotion in you, and then you let go and await the outcome. Everything seems right, but time passes, and you don't get what you want. Once again, doubt and discouragement arise in the manifestation process. The way you connect with the universe, cosmos, life, or God, call it whatever you prefer, is through feeling. But what is a feeling? A feeling is an interpretation of an emotion. Each person has their own belief system, determined by their genes, upbringing, and life experiences. According to a person's belief system, they will experience a situation in a certain way. This belief system filters emotions and events, giving us the result of a feeling, which can be fear, anger, sadness, joy, love, and so on. What feelings do you experience throughout the day? Here's where the conflict happens. You begin the manifestation process, and it's true, you visualize and project yourself with what you want to achieve. Your projection creates a beautiful emotion, and you feel great. But what's the problem? Once you complete the process, you return to your everyday life, and that emotion and feeling change back to a different state. The universe doesn't receive information only when you want to go through the manifestation process. It constantly receives information, and in fact, it doesn't judge, it simply obeys. If the universe is receiving information constantly, What do you think will happen if you manifest for a few moments but spend the rest of the day in emotional states that have nothing to do with what you wanted to manifest? I believe you have now understood what I wanted you to know. If, in your daily life, you feel fear, worry, mistrust, or any other emotion and feeling contrary to what you need to manifest what you want, the result of what you intended to manifest won't occur. You vibrate constantly and permanently. You are energy, and the field of information is not separate from what you feel. There is a struggle between what you intend and what you are constantly transmitting, an emotional incoherence for the field of information. As a result, you will always get outcomes completely different from what you wanted to manifest. The law of attraction, the law of assumption, the law of manifestation, and all other laws work constantly and at all times. The mistake is treating them as isolated processes. These laws must be embraced as a way of life. You need to learn to constantly think and feel in abundance. Your attitude towards life must change. View problems not as obstacles, but as circumstances to be resolved, and they will be resolved. Here lies your problem, thinking that manifestation is merely making a request. This is similar to what many people do when they pray, asking from a place of sorrow, fear, and lack. In ancient scriptures, it was said that if a person had the faith of a mustard seed, they could command a mountain to move, and it would move. This statement is a metaphor for your inner life, and it reflects your ability to achieve all that you desire. From a place of fear and lack, you can never move your mountains, which are your desires and aspirations. You might understand all of this, but how can you change your belief system and vibrate correctly throughout the day? It requires deep and continuous inner work, but it is also liberating and enriching. Many people use language of scarcity and verbal aggression towards themselves and others constantly. The words you use reflect your inner world. One of the best ways to change your inner world is through your language. When something goes wrong, avoid phrases like "how foolish I've been" or "I'm terrible at this." Replace them with statements like "I'm sure I'll do much better next time." Speak kindly, and if a word is not right or offensive, stop, notice, and make a mental note not to use it again. Prosperous and abundant individuals have a language that reflects their lives. As it was said in the Bible, it's not what goes into your mouth that defile you. You are defiled by the words that come out of your mouth. This means that what you say will affect your life. Another crucial practice is gratitude. Give thanks not only in specific situations, but feel grateful for everything you have and what is yet to come. There is nothing more enriching in life than being grateful for everything around you. Feeling gratitude for life, yourself, and others is one of the greatest acts of love you can perform. It will lead to a life full of abundance and fulfillment. Leave a comment saying "I am committed to change," and I'll know you are dedicated to making a difference. Now, go to the next video to continue learning how to manifest the life you desire. But before you do that, don't forget to like the video, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos on how to be more abundant. I wish you all the best in life, and I'll see you in the next video.